I think we're all still cavemen at heart. Because the fixed blade hunting knife has gone from one of our most primitive tools to one of the most searched terms on YouTube. I'm also asked all the time, DVD, what hunting knife would you recommend? Today, I have the answer. From Pickled Steel and Wahl Knives, we have the YOOOOO Pickled Steel Impala Hunter. And I'm going to tell you how you can pick one of these up for less than $60. Stick around. What's up, Kripple Krew? EDC with DVD, disabled but deadly. And that's right, our steel will be pickled once again because I'm going to show you what's probably the best fixed blade hunting knife under $75. Before I do that, stab that like button, like you mean it, /subscribe. I'd love to have you here. You're not going to miss all the dope knife and EDC content coming your way. Bash that bell so you get notified of everything, like the sick prototypes you're about to see on this channel. If you like what I'm doing here, it only costs a couple of bucks a month to become a member of Kripple Krew Inc., where you'll get access to members-only content and giveaways. That couple of bucks a month helps out what I do here at the channel, but that's completely up to you. All right. You know I've been a fan of what Aldo has done by bringing designs from South African knife makers and knife designers and turning them into production knives that we can enjoy worldwide at awesome costs. You know I love me some Capi Lavaro. You know I love me some Warhog. Miguel Hetzel, Johan Jordan, great designs, and Aldo's done it again. This time with a knife from legendary member of the South African Knife Makers Guild, Jan Vol. We have the production version. We have the Pickled Steel and Wahl Knives Impala Hunter. Look at this beautiful knife. This is a production version of Jan Vol's custom Impala Hunter. And Aldo and Jan stayed very true to the original with a beautiful N690 blade and some gorgeous sandalwood scales. What you're looking at here is an overall length of 8.86 inches, a blade length of 4.49 or just at 4.5 inches, a 4.41 inch handle, and it comes in at under 6.5 ounces. We're rocking a 3.5 millimeter or 137 thousandths blade stock thickness with a very high flat grind that comes down. So I didn't realize the video cut out while I was grabbing paper, but we're just going to hit record and carry on. As I was saying, that 3.5 millimeter blade stock does come down to a very sharp and slicey edge, thanks to the tall flat grind and Pickled Steel's always crazy sharp hand-finished edges. You know, they have the best edges consistently that I have found in the budget price range, because all knives are hand-finished on a whetstone. Even this knife that you can pick up for less than $60 with code Kripple10. N690 is a great blade steel, pardon me, for this hunting blade application, as it is going to be very tough in the field. It is very corrosion resistant, so you're not going to have to worry about blood and such while hunting. And it holds an edge for a decent amount of time while also being field sharpenable. You can strop it or sharpen it in the field really easily, which is quite important for a hunting knife. It carries very well in the leather sheath, which is very strong, stitched up very nicely. and should hold the knife very tight in the field. It's going to mold itself to this knife even more as it carries it. But as it is, I can't shake it out. And I can turn it upside down. I'm off camera shaking it really hard, and it is not coming out of that sheath. Once it molds to it, it's going to have a really good grip on it. But that sheath and the natural sandalwood scales are both going to patina really well with age, showing, kind of a history of your hunts with the knife. The ergos on this are fantastic. You guys are aware by now that I wear an extra large size glove, and I have plenty of room on this handle. If you had 2x, 3x hands even, you'd probably fit just fine. And I can turn around and grip it very comfortably. If you're in the field and had to protect your recent harvest, in a beef jerky Avenger grip, I am capped off very comfortably. And in a beef jerky Defender grip, once again I cap off. And because of the natural grip that sandalwood provides, I don't feel like I'm going to slide on any juice from your recent harvest. It's very comfortable to get a hold of and use that belly for any scraping or skinning tasks, or to get that tip down for any precision work. The 6.5 ounces feels very nimble for its almost 9-inch length. And yet, like I said, it maintains quite a bit of strength all the way out to the tip. So we're going to be good for piercing tasks, slicing, cutting, skinning. Jan Vol's Impala Hunter Customs are sought after for a reason. It's a very comfortable and useful fixed blade hunting knife. It's a straightforward design that simply works. His customs can go for quite a lot of money, but Aldo is bringing you the same materials in 690, sandalwood, brass pins, leather sheath for less than $60. I can't believe these aren't flying off the shelves. These are available right now for U.S. distribution. So if you were to go to the Pickled Steel link below, you can get yourself a production version of a Jan Vol design within a few days for probably around $70 shipped. That is a killer deal to me for a very beautiful, even if straightforward, design. I'm going to link Jan Vol's custom knives below too, so that you can see the insane work that he does. And he has also been featured on an interview already on my channel, which I will link below. Great guy. And he will be featured again as a guest on future lives. So that's another reason to make sure you've got notifications turned on so you don't miss any of these interviews with these amazing South African knife makers and designers. I just want to point out one more time how amazing it is that we are getting the world of South African custom knives really opened up to us, thanks to the work that Pickled Steel is doing, trying to bring not only great knives to us, but more recognition to the amazing talent in that country. If I was to point out any nitpicks I had, I would say my only nitpick is this sharpening choil could have been done a little bit better. Like they could have given us a little bit more life before you needed to cut your own in. But because of the fact that it's a fixed blade knife, you can cut your own in at any point. So if you do sharpen past that, you could put your own in. I really don't have any negatives. Other than that, only positives to say for this awesome design, especially at under $60 with code Kripple10. Although I don't know how you've done it again, but you have. And internet, you're always searching for the best fixed blade hunting knife. I've got it for you right here. Look no further. Trust me. Spend the less than $60. Get your own. You're not going to be disappointed. I want to know what you guys think of this awesome design. I mean, look at those beautiful contoured scales. How every edge is softened so nicely so that it just melts into your hand. Oh, just giving you one more chance to admire this. Like I said, I want to know your thoughts on this awesome design. And Jan, I think you and Aldo killed it. I really look forward to handling more of your designs, Jan, and to future chats. I hope everybody has a killer day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Stay safe, stay frosty, but most importantly, stay deadly. Oh yeah, and there's Pickled steel prototypes coming soon. See ya.